Hey, what's happening, beer world? Rod J back again. Take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Going to take a look at one that's relatively close to where I'm at. This is actually out of Munster, Indiana, and I am in the Kentucky area, right on the border of Cincinnati. So all three states, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, are pretty close. But this is from Floyds, and this is their Gumballhead. So for whatever reason, I don't usually drink a lot of the Floyds beers. I drink it here and there, usually a lot of the beer festivals, but I rarely ever go over to Indiana to get beer. This one is an American Pale Wheat Ale. It actually comes in at an ABV here of 5.6%. And also, I believe, 35 IBU. So let's go ahead and get this baby open and get it into the glass. Again, here is the label. Not really too much on there outside of their usual kind of artwork they have there at Floyds. Let's get it going. So with Floyds, the beer that I appreciate the most, like a lot of people probably do, is the Zombie Dust. So that is a fantastic beer. But like I said, a lot of their other ones are really good. There's another one called Robert the Bruce, which is a nice Scottish wheat ale. So if you get a chance to check out some of the Floyds beers, I definitely say you should. Get it into the glass. And there you can see it has a nice kind of golden type color, kind of a golden amber. Head is pretty much dead on white. And as far as the make of it, we have a good amount of tightly packed bubbles in there. Some small, some big, but all in all, we'll see how it laces the glass as it actually goes down. But you check out the body, it does have somewhat of a chill haze on there as well, and not as clear on the clarity. As you go down the glass, you can see where the clarity does open up a little bit more. When I get it to the light, I do pick up the carbonation. Somewhat active, not really heavily streaming, but somewhat active in the beer. We do make the bubbles out, racing up to the white head. So we always want to kind of see that in the beer as it releases the gases and the proteins. But a decent looking American Pale Wheat Ale. As far as the aroma, just as you would expect, you get hit with that those notes of floral, citrus, tropical coming right out. I'm picking up, like, say, grapefruit. I'm picking up a slight bit of maybe like an orange, a little bit of, like, say, like towards like a mango type feel. And with an American Pale Wheat Ale, you're kind of looking at kind of that crossover between some of the hops that you would usually find like in an American Pale Ale being used in a wheat beer. Usually a lot of your wheat beers are more fruit flavored. So the American Pale Wheat Ale is a nice hybrid that they started working with a lot more. Where for me, for instance, I'm not as huge into a lot of the base wheat ales, but when they put the pale attributes to it, it gives me that nice citrus dankness that I want to have on my regular type pale beers. Now it comes across and I can enjoy the wheat ales a little bit more. But I get some of the dankness from the hops. I get that kind of smell of the pine that you would expect to have on your pale type ale. Good dankness. I mean, it comes out of the glass pretty easily. Don't have to sniff really hard. Take it all in from the aromas. And a nice, crisp, clean smelling beer as far as the taste, because that's really what matters, right? The taste. Wow. Nice big mouthfeel. Nice fruity flavors right there. Come right out easily. No harshness on the back end. Gets right off the tongue. Gets up into the cheek type area. Starts to really kick around the mouth. Opens up with a nice burst of flavor. Carbonation sits very nice on the palate. Not overly carbonated. A nice medium body beer in play. And a nice crisp, refreshing break on the back end. I mean, it just goes with an initial burst off the tongue into the mouth, and then it has a nice break, and then it leaves a little bit of that duration behind that you have those flavors. I would say the duration on this one's probably about average. Flavors are still kicking around after swallowing nicely, so really enjoying that. This is one, again, that if I let it warm up a little bit more, it'll probably open up a little bit more of the flavors and the aroma. A nice beer that you can actually just sit back, relax. Gumballhead, I would say it's a nice little social type beer. I mean, I guess all beer is kind of social, but it's kind of got that nice thing to it. At 5.6, most people probably wouldn't think about sessioning it. I think it can be pretty much at that top level of being like a session type beer, but you can sit there and enjoy it and converse, and you're getting all the remnants of the flavor, the aromas, all that kind of stuff. It's lasting for a good period of time that you're really enjoying the beer. You can now see some of the lacing taking place, which you also like to see on an evenly balanced type beer. There's not much of anything on the back end to really knock it down. It's just a solid overall beer. If you like the tropical citrus type fruit presence, but you don't want to be hit overly over the head with bitterness, most of your, say, pale ales, American pale ales, upwards of, say, that 50 IBU are going to be a lot more hop bitter forward. This one at 35, you get it, but it's not hammering you on it. So you're actually got a chance to really enjoy the beer without having it. Then this might be a beer you definitely want to check out. I think it definitely delivers along those lines. And a lot of your wheat type ales are below that 50 IBU level, kind of having a nice more balance with the malts in that regard. But definitely one I would say check out if you haven't had it before. That's Gumballhead from Floyds. Definitely worth a shot out of Muncie, Indiana. As far as a style assessment, definitely on a style for what it would be for an American pale wheat ale. Check it out if you get a chance. Floyds Brewing, Gumballhead. But thanks for swinging by to check out another video. I appreciate you taking some time here. As always, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good jazz. And I look forward to catching you next time. Keep drinking good craft beers. Cheers.